Hush. Okay. Back to the courtroom. Time to do more British voices. And also that one Australian guy. Crikey! What? Oh my god. The fucking HDMI cable, I think the cable is janky. I might have to replace it at some point. Hey Wumbo, how you doing? Welcome to me questioning my life choices. No, I mean that too, but... Oh wait. Let me go ahead and not cover Buzz for reasons that will possibly arrive sooner or later. Alright. Continue. I hate it when my Kokoro is clouded. Don't you? Doesn't everyone? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just don't get called out, but you know. Alright. I have considered the defense counsel's request for a further summation examination of the jury. And I have determined that the court must uphold the defense's judicial right to this procedure. So, counsel, you will now proceed with your second summation examination. What's the limit on this? Can I just do this forever? I guess so long as the jury is capable to be, like, able to be swayed. It's Santa. Right? Yeah, he just needs a hat. No, I'm not gonna. I was gonna, like, try and get, like, a Santa hat PNG. I'll get that for next time. I'll try to remember to get a... Because that would be really funny. Mr. Foreman. Alright, this guy. We are, my lord. This guy's the Australian guy. Crikey! We are, my lord. Shrimp and Barbie. I'm awful. Very good. In that case, I must ask each of you now to state clearly and concisely for the court the grounds on which you find the defendant guilty of this crime. The jurors' contentions. The accused left behind evidence of the scene, did he? Those 3 books are his. If there was some novel alternative explanation about how the victim was stabbed, I might reconsider. Even if the woman was throwing books, it can't be related to this crime if the window was closed, can it? Dearie me, it was only a little book, hardly life-threatening, even with a direct hit. Also, why is she still in the judge, conflict of interest, please. What the fuck? Look, I just want to get this over with. If I don't bring home some pay tonight, I'll be in a tiny bit of trouble. Come to think of it, we had a fire at home a while ago. It gave me the sneezes. What is this fucking jury? I mean, again, it's Ace Attorney. I don't know why I'm questioning these things. Yes, considerably more tangible arguments from all members of the jury this time around, it seems. That's depressing. Considering... with one notable exception, of course. My learned student friend was unable to find fault in the previous witness testimony. So the court must accept the fact that it was indeed the accused seen fleeing from the scene. And moreover... no one else was even at the scene to commit the crime. Well, if the eyewitnesses are correct, it would seem as if the conclusion is somewhat set in stone. I fail to see how it can be argued any other way. That means, I'm afraid, that during this summation examination, it's essential that you establish some other tangible explanation for the facts. Fuck. What is the problem here? Is it this cable? Fuck. It's gonna keep happening, isn't it? Let's try to fix it later. Whoops, I missed that bit. How would you even constitute a tangible explanation here? Isn't it obvious? Who stabbed the woman and how? Those two details are all you need to provide. Simply give us a name and a method by which the attack was conducted. And there I was thinking this might be hard. But Mr. Naruhodo, you have to do it. Otherwise this really will be where the trial ends. Ugh, no pressure then. That's quite enough preamble. Proceed with the submission examination, please. I presume you are prepared, counsel? Oh, yes, my lord. Alright, Ryunosuke, focus your mind now. Everybody's slapping their faces today. That's how you focus, right? That's... as you just... beat yourself up. The key to summation examination is going to be juror number 4, the maid. Or should I say Mrs. Garrideb. We have a book that disappeared from the Garrideb's house on the evening of the incident. And the 4th book found in the victim's hand. There must be a way to link the two. Yes, that's what we have. That's what we have to find. I can read, I swear. Using every technique I've learnt in my short career so far, whatever it takes. Don't forget to keep an eye on Mrs. Garrideb and how she reacts, even to the things other people say. Oh boy, is this gonna be one of those where you gotta, like, listen to the testimony and then be like, oh, what do you have to say about this? Lean over the bench. The accused left behind evidence at the scene, did he? Those 3 books of his. Hold it. Oh my god, this accent's terrible. But as we now know, there were 4 books, not 3. Well, what difference does it make? There's every possibility that the 4th book, in fact, belongs to the defendant's landlord. Yes, that's the part I have a problem with. Sorry? Well, at the point the woman was stabbed, this landlord fellow was at home, wasn't he? What, wasn't at... oh my god, terrible. Enjoying a fiery scrap with his wife or something, you said. Crikey! I just have to say the word crikey sometimes. It's... oh my god, it's terrible. That's not exactly how I put it, no? Well, anyway, the point is this fellow and his wife were somewhere else when it happened. I think that's what you call a strong alibi. So it couldn't have been the landlord who did it, which only leaves the Nipponese fellow. Honestly, I can't see what all this palaver's about. It's a done deal, isn't it? Isn't it? I suppose it is, since I have nothing witty left to say. Ryunosuke, say something witty. Something witty. Fuck! If there was some novel alternative explanation about how the victim was stabbed, I might reconsider. Hold it. So, you might be willing to change your decision, you mean? Oh my, such delight on your face, but I'm afraid I shan't be swayed by emotion. Despite what you may think of me, I'm a very modern, metropolitan, and rational woman. That's great. If one reads the morning papers, it's all forgotten by tea time, isn't it? So why read them in the first place? You see? Modern, metropolitan, and rational thinking, wouldn't you say? Bitch, please! I was just thinking that! Bitch, please! And not at all extreme. As I see it, an overwhelmingly suspicious Japanese man has been implicated by overwhelmingly strong testimony. So despite 1 or 2 minor puzzlements, I do declare that the man is overwhelmingly guilty. Modern, metropolitan, and rational logic, wouldn't you say? No. Overwhelmingly. But us modern gals are always delighted to embrace new fads, you know. So I'd only be too happy to consider an exciting new theory if you could come up with one. Okay, so what she's saying is we have to make our theory trendy for her to get on board. Oh, Christ. I'd be happy to do that, too, if only I could. Let's do our very best not to disappoint the modern and metropolitan young lady. Right. I'm glad you omitted rational there. Even if the woman was throwing books, it can't be related to this crime if the window's closed, can it? Whoops.
Hold it!
What about the possibility that the window was open? What about it? I mean, there's just no way it could have been. How can you be so sure? The prosecutor fellow over there said it earlier, didn't he? Winters in London are no joke. You don't want to invite in that sort of cold indoors. So no, that window wasn't open. Us Londoners like sitting by the fire and staying warm, you see. But you couldn't categorically state that the window wasn't open, could you? It just wasn't. They wouldn't have opened it. Oh, you know what? I know why they opened it, because there was a fucking fire, and they had to let the smoke out. I'm guessing the guy, the landlord, Mr. Garrett, probably opened the window to fucking, because there was probably smoke everywhere. Because there's a fire. Then what's the point in even having windows? Huh? Ryunosuke, this is not the trail you want to go down.
Counsel, you will kindly refrain from childish bickering.
Oh, sorry. Somehow, I need to show there's an undeniable possibility that the window was open. Because this young man isn't going to budge otherwise.
Hold it!
With a direct hit. But the little book was on fire at the time, was it not? With flames of love, I'll have you know. No, just regular fire, actually. There's really no such thing as a loving incendiary bomb. Well, he brought it upon himself. It's playing with fire to betray a fiery love. Isn't it? Well, don't you agree? Oh, well, any kind of betrayal is certainly a bad thing, yes. But I think the argument might have arisen out of your misunderstanding, Mrs. Garrett. And never you mind that. The point is, we were just having a jovial little dispute, nothing more. And I won't have any more of these suggestions that it was anything whatsoever to do with this crime. Also, she didn't deny that she's Mrs. Garrett. Right, well, we'll see about that. But what about juror number 5? I was just... She keeps slapping him. He doesn't seem to be turning a hair at Mrs. Garredeb's relentless onslaughts. It's almost as though he's used to it. What a gentle soul he is. Sure.
Look, I just want to get this over with. If I don't bring home some pay tonight, I'll be in a tiny bit of trouble.
Listen, we've been over this, buddy.
Hold it!
Can't rush justice. You just want to get this over with. How can you sit there and say something like that? A man's future is at stake here.
Well, him and me both then, like I said before.
What?
I told you already, I'm a day laborer, aren't I? If I don't bring home some readies with me tonight, you'll find me floating face down in the Thames tomorrow morning.
What?
You heard me? My missus isn't one to mess about, you know. She can be fierce, believe you me.
Another shining example of marital bliss, then.
A situation like this cropped up the other day. It was, well, I can't read because the fucking goddamn...
There we go. Situation... That's just gonna happen every once in a while. Just beep. God, that's annoying.
Do you know, it's funny, but I can't quite remember.
Sorry?
It was too frightening, that's the thing. I must have blocked it out.
Helpful. I wonder if Mr. Beat will ever be dragged into the Thames by his scarf. Don't even go there, Mr. Sato. There must be some way to jog his memory about this.
Come to think of it, we had a fire at home a while ago and gave me the sneezes.
How is that in any way relevant, sir? Does that have anything to do with your decision about the defendant's culpability in this case?
Sorry, what's that? You'll have to speak up, lad.
Could you tell us more about that fire?
It was last winter. My grandchildren baked me a lovely cake on my birthday. It had 75 candles on top, it did. What a sight to behold it was.
You put candles on a cake? What was it some kind of devil worship? Oh my god.
Of course not. It was an angel cake to celebrate my birthday, obviously.
Oh my god, his eyes are adorable. Look at his little beady little eyes. It seems that's a common custom here in Great Britain, Mr. Naruhodo.
Anyway, I mustered all my puff to blow them out. Only I must have blown wrong somehow. The flames didn't go out, but the candles went flying all over the room.
Off-duty Santa.
The furniture caught and smoke. Everything went up. The whole place was filled with smoke.
So I'm telling you, smoke. Boom. Keyword. Smoke. Definitely sounds like devil worship to me. And by the sneezes, I presume you mean a cold. But how did you catch a cold from a fire? Because he had to open the window because the fucking smoke was everywhere.
What a fiasco it was. The grandchildren, bless them, threw water over me as they tried to put out the flames. And then, because the whole room had filled up with smoke, of course, they had to open up all the windows to clear it.
The windows?
The biting winter air rushed over me like the devil dancing on my grave, it did. I caught a terrible cold from it. Put me in the hospital for a while. I won't forget that birthday in a hurry.
I knew it was devil worship all along. Oh my god, Ryunosuke, stop. But something about this old man's story is playing on my mind for some reason. Oh my god, you're a fucking idiot! We need to demonstrate who, apart from Mr. Natsume, who could have attacked the young woman on the street, as well as how he or she could have done it. Yes, but once again, the jurors' statements are full of personal prejudice. A lot of them seem convinced they're right, even in the face of logical arguments to the contrary. I think you're going to need to pit them against each other to force them to accept an alternative explanation. Yes. I don't necessarily need to find contradictions between their assertions. Just a connection might do the trick. Alright, I'll see what I can do. If anything stands out, I'll go in for a strike. Okay, so that's the spirit. Well, first thing that comes to mind is... Okay. 3 books. The victim was stabbed. I was throwing books. Can't be related to the crime if the window was closed. Okay, and then, so... this one. And this one. Winter house fires are dire. You have to open windows to clear the smoke. That's when the chill gets you, see. Duh! I'm just looking at the other ones. Okay, we'll just go with the one we know about.
Objection!
These two jurors' statements are clearly contradict one another.
They do? How exactly, counsel?
Don't point at me again. I told you it wasn't me.
What's that you say? Speak up, lad. Speak up.
Juror number 3. Do you see?
Oh, me?
See what, sir? Did you hear juror number 6's account of his birthday celebrations last year? It seems, despite being a Londoner, he once opened his windows in the middle of winter. Well, yes, of course, because it was an emergency. I mean, obviously, if the room was filled with smoke from a fire, then you'd be mad. Not to open the... Oh! Exactly. On the day in question, at the time of the incident, there was a fire in the Garadeb household, and Mr. Garadeb had the following to say about it. The whole place filled with smoke.
Oh my.
Oh, my hat! Also, what do you have to say about this?
Excuse me.
Shoot. Excuse me. Oh, I got the fucking tea. Juror number 4. Do you have something to say about that? No, but she has a lot of tea to drink about it. Mrs. Garadeb!
Oh, dearie me! What is the meaning of this? How dare you imply I'm hiding who I really am?
God. That is so annoying. It's imperative that you confirm something for the court. So please, it's time to drop the pretense now.
What is it?
When the fire started in your house that day, Did you or your husband open the window?
What? I beg your pardon? What are you insinuating?
The room would have been thick with smoke after the carpet and bookcase caught fire as they did. In a situation like that, it's inconceivable that you wouldn't have opened the window.
And what if we did? No, alright then. Yes, you're right. Excuse me, perjury! Like, lying in court! What the fuck? Just... I don't know why I don't know why I'm acting like that's a new thing. Oh, pish posh, you got me. Haha, I made the whole thing up. Anyways. My husband was frantically trying to open the window, which can't have been easy since I continued to give him a justly deserved book battering. Even though your house was on fire? No, you never stopped throwing until the anger subsides. It would be terribly bad for the nerves to do otherwise. Lady, have you considered therapy? Of course, I should have realized.
That's a significant step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. You've managed to establish that the window was open. You simply must have that added to Mrs. Garrideb's formal statement.
Now you mention it, yes, the window was open at the time. I'd clean forgotten, but it's true. Okay, so... this guy is not helpful at all. Okay, so I already got you, so it's gotta be you, right? Not you. Open evidence of the scene, those 3 books of his, okay. But we now know that the window was open, so the book could have been her, or could have been the landlord's. In fact, it probably was.
Objection!
These 2 statements clearly contradict each other.
Hold it!
Or maybe not. As foreman of the jury, I have to object. That's complete nonsense. What? I'm a banker, don't forget. An educated man. And there's no contradiction as far as I can see. It's gotta talk really fast, then it kinda sounds Australian-ish. Right, so Mr. Foreman, alright, I fucked up. A whimsical attack against the good members of the jury council. Wow. I wasn't being yeah, there was nothing whimsical about it, excuse me. Very important to listen carefully to every juror, Mr. Naruhodo. Then you can decide where the contradictions really lie, if there are any. Yeah, no shit. So... okay. Novel alternative explanation of the victim was stabbed. I guess I can press this new testimony. 4th book found... oh, yeah. Okay. 4th book found at the scene of the crime shows very obvious signs of fire damage. And the title of the book is The Lion's Pride. The same title, in fact, as the book Mr. Garrideb told us he had been reading. I got a little presumptuous? That's not the right word. I jumped the gun. Well, I couldn't really say. On the day in question, did you or did you not throw at your husband the copy of The Lion's Pride that he had been reading? Put the tea away, lady. I did. It was the first thing I could lay my hands on, so I hurled it straight at him. Now you come to mention it, yes. He was rather enjoying reading it, you're right. Why did you not reveal this information to the court from the outset? Because I couldn't, you insolent little man. I didn't remember. At times like that, you pick up and throw whatever you can lay your hands on, as well you know. I really don't. I barely noticed I was throwing a book, much less the title of it. Ooh, hello.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Pardon? What is it, juror number 5? You know something? I've remembered what it was. The memory I blocked out. Huh. It was listening to what this granny was saying. Brought it all flooding back. Who are you calling a granny, you cheeky devil? I'm Mrs. Garrideb, or the maid, I'll have you know. She's not even trying to hide it anymore. The man doesn't even flinch. Please tell me that it's not because he's so used to being hit all the time. Ha ha! Domestic violence! It was about 2 weeks ago now. I just got back home after work, like. I put my hand in my pocket for the wages I just earned that day, and I nearly died. There was a hole. Every last penny had dropped out.
Oh dear, what a disaster.
You haven't heard the half of it, boy.
Oh?
My wife was cutting up some chicken at the time. I could hardly get the words out, but I told her straight. I've lost the day's wages, love. Next thing I knew, the blade was whistling past my ear. Stuck into the wall next to me, it did. About an inch deep.
Jesus fucking Christ. No words, just terror.
I could smell it then, you know. That god-awful stench of the Thames. I was sure I was going to end up face down in the muddy banks that night, I can tell you. Now, that's a real disaster, isn't it?
I'll never use the word lightly again.
Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. When women lose their rag, they'll throw anything at you. Knives, hatchets, hammers, you name it.
Did she throw a fucking knife out the window? There's no way it's that simple, right? Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't think that all women are so short-tempered and unrefined. Oh no, I wasn't thinking that. Throwing household objects at people is, well, it's so uncivilized. At least attack with honor, using a bow or the like, or a Susato takedown. What? Attack? Who are you going to attack? Never mind. Anyway, this man's words could be rather significant, I think. Alright, we'll come back to the bow and arrow thing later, if I dare. I could hurl almost anything at you. The kitchen knife really brought that home for me. So is it gonna be his and this lady? I mean, there is a relation there. Oh god, I'm gonna regret it. Am I jumping the gun again? I think I might be jumping the gun again. But I'm gonna jump the gun again. Kitchen knife. How do I want to stab? Objection! The music stopped, we're good. It's the key. These two statements clearly have a deeply significant connection.
Well, grief, you mean they don't contradict each other? Explain, counsel, at once.
Juror number 2, do you think perhaps that this could be one such novel alternative? Oh my, whatever do you mean? An alternative explanation as to how the victim was stabbed in the back. One problem I immediately see with this theory is that if the fucking goddamn it, if Mrs. Garadeb threw the knife out the window, it wouldn't have hit her in the back. It would have hit her in the side. So, potential issue with this, but I guess right now we're just trying to keep the trial going.
What are you talking about?
We've demonstrated that the 4th book, The Lion's Pride, that was found at the scene of the crime, originated in Mr. Garadeb's room on the top floor of his house. Therefore, it's equally possible that some other object besides the book could have found its way from the Garadeb household to the street below.
What's that now?
After all, Mrs. Garadeb could have thrown any number of different objects at her husband. Isn't that right, juror number 4? What are you insinuating now, you little beanpole? I'm beginning to think that ever since the true origins of this book came to light, perhaps she's had a feeling this might be what happened.
Now you listen here, you Eastern Gala.
Gala? Oh my god. Googling another word. This is becoming annoyingly... Oh, hey, Kitty's here. Say hi, Nala. She's such a goober. Gala... What the fuck is this? Gala? It's an Australian parrot. Oh my god. Hello, kitten. Unfortunately, this chair isn't big enough. You can't come up and say hi. This chair's too small. But she's here now, so. Now you listen here, you Eastern Gala. As the foreman of Jerry, I demand a straight answer. You give us this yarn about some other object making its way out of the house, but what? What is it? What was it? Crikey. I'm really taking a big gamble here. That was a bold accusation to make, but I haven't any real evidence to back it up. Let me take it out really quick. I want to take another look at the knife. Is there any, like, there's really no, like, identifying factors, like initials or anything. It's just a fucking switchblade. God damn it. Okay. Cat is shaking the base of my mic stand, which is really, it's not really creating problems, but is it making weird noises? I hope not. And warrants further investigation. Alright, Mr. Foreman, I'll try to explain the defense's theory. The other object that found its way from the Garadeb household to the scene of the crime was... I mean, the only thing that makes sense is the fucking knife. Also, kitty cat, do you need a moment? Maybe she just needs a moment. Say hi, kitty cat. You just need some time saying hi. Say hi. Mike's yours. She's so soft. She's so soft and huggable, damn it. Ah. Okay, I'm in the middle of something here, sweet bean. You go lay down on the bed or something? Don't get on the... She's now on the desk. She's now on the desk. She's literally on the desk. You know better than this. Lay down. Lay down. She's not laying down. Okay, I'm moving on. Kitty cat, alright, I'm doing something. Behave yourself. Okay, but I need you to stop doing that specifically. Like you, there's so many different things you can do. Go in your little cubby. Go in the cubby. Lay down. Chill. She's... That's what I get for leaving my door open. Jackknife. Take that.
Take that!
She's pawing at me from the cubby. Juror number 4, Mrs. Garadeb. I'm just gonna pet her while I... just gonna, like... Use one hand. I gotta play with one hand here. What now? I must apologize in advance for this. But I need you to confirm something else for the court. This knife. Have you ever seen this knife before? Oh? Good Lord, Counsel, what on earth are you doing? That's the weapon that was lodged in the victim's back, man. I love how they say, man. What are you doing, man? My lord, remember that when the victim was attacked, Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb were in the throes of an argument. Mrs. Garadeb was hurling anything she could at her husband, who'd been backed up against the window. A window that had been opened to clear the smoke, and through which a book sailed to land at the crime scene. You can't seriously believe that? The book was found in the victim's grasp. Are you saying that it flew out of the window and across the street to land neatly in her hand? Oh, even my missus hasn't got aim like that. Yes, I admit there are many details we don't yet understand. But that's the point. That's precisely why we must not allow this trial to end. Not right now. Oh my. Ugh. Mrs. Garadeb, your answer, please. Have you seen this knife before or not? Cat, buddy, sweet pea, I need you to not. Can you not? I would love for you to not.
Just, if you could just... My god. You were incorrigible. Oh! Thud. Can we get a new juror number 4? This is ridiculous. This is highly unethical. My lord. I don't know who this is. Oh, sorry. I wish to change my decision. No, I'm a woman of my word, after all. Thank you, madam. Yes, I agree. I certainly didn't see this coming, but... I just don't think it would be right for this trial to come to an end now with so many unanswered questions. That was the worst. Mr. Foreman. I'd have to agree. Not that I think the granny did it, mind. Yes, you know what? I'm not quite happy about this at the moment either. All together now, ladies and gents! I like how the old guy just changed it. Just did it. He was like, nah, I still think I still think he did it. We did it! Yo, Jeff. I think the granny did it. I don't think the granny did it. I think it's too it's too blatant, right? There's not enough twists and turns yet. We haven't had enough, like, major twists yet to say that, like, that's it.